actual man.
Anything I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. to protect your soul.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Reaching for the stars. I wonder where you Coming at you live, real wild. Here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break the rules and hearts in twos, 'cause that's what the baddest do. Never going back, nah, that. Diamonds on drip, 'cause I came to make a splash. Gonna break the rules and hearts in twos, 'cause that's what the baddest do.
I'll melt your face off, disappear, I'm your eraser. Aim the cut just like a razor. Murked up in this world, my blazer. I got all the boys on me, I got all the lines on ring. Knock 'em dead, turning heads, I got all the eyes on me. Pretty face, caught up to the wire. You ain't son It's more like a round of applause. You know that I love the sound of applause. You know I mean everything that I say. When you see me coming, get out of the way. I can just lay, back and I'm better and ready to stay. I'm doing damage when just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. 모든 날 따라해 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane. It's crazy. Sorry, not sorry for being the best. 언제든지 내가 좀 해. Look at the gold, all on my chest. Look at the gold, call it a flex. On my way, succeeding with hope and you were sure I couldn't agree that we were meant to be, but our love is what they talk about in movies. Our love is what they talk about. Yeah, we were wild and free, and you know everything about me. So wild and free, and you know everything about me. 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 You know everything about me.
Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. How are you wonderful people today? All right, let's get over into the wow. Maybe I have to turn this. I'll do this. Maybe. Hello, hello, hello. Test 1 2 1 2. Okay, so I'm not in the red, or well, slightly in the red. Trying to find a healer class I like. Well, honestly, I think that both Holy and Discipline are in a decent spot at the moment. So if you're not scared of Priest, then they're viable. You're leveling a Disc Priest currently. Let's go. Too many buttons. Kette. You want to learn a secret to how to handle a lot of buttons on stuff like Holy. Like the actual secret sauce. So the secret sauce, if we go over to Holy, secrets are cool. Shady, you're cool. How about them apples, huh? Yes, and okay. So you see this. Actually, I can take. It's a little bit awkward because it's really, but you can see. Basically, Kata, the two first things you can do is you can remove Powered Shield and you can remove Renew off of your bars. Easy reduction of 2 buttons right off the get-go. Those buttons are basically useless if you don't play Disc. But you need that. As Holy, you do not need it at all. Like, how much shielding does it do? 300k? And a Holy Word Serenity is 1.4 million. So Holy Word Serenity does almost prevent, or like heals almost 5 times the healing. that power word shield applies. The next is you have your single target damaging abilities. Or well, those are basically the only damaging abilities you have. But you have 3 of them. It is Smite, it is Shadow Word Pain, and it is Holy Fire. So what you can do if you want to make it very squished with the amount of buttons you have is you can tie the spells together in your head to how you're healing. So that's how like let's say that I'm targeting an ally here, or like using it on an ally. Then I cast Flash Shield. But if I have an enemy target and I'm not hovering an ally, then I cast Smite. That means that your damage rotation and your healing rotation are the same buttons you press. It requires you to use macros, which are not difficult in this circumstance. Because all you need is, I can give you the macro that does that. But that means that usually you have 3 buttons for damage and 3 buttons for your basic heals. But that you can squeeze down to just having 3 buttons. So basically your standard bar could look like this. These are like your basic rotation spells. And then there are like the cooldowns. Usually the way that I have it is, I should actually have this like this. So up here, shift 1 through 6 are offensive cooldowns. Control 1 through 6 are defensive cooldowns. And that is like where I have the core, and then I just had like some random utility around like Mind Soothe and stuff like that. But basically, if I want to do damage, I just don't have I just don't attack or like have a ally hovered, and then I just cast my spells. Now you can see 1, 1, 1, 1. But then if I target an ally, oh, that doesn't count as an ally. Does that count as an ally? No. That counts as an ally. Then I cast Flash Shield. And in that way, like, so I have Flash Shield, I have Prayer of Mending, and I have Heal. You use Holy Nova? No. Or not in Mythic Plus spec. In Raid spec, you go for these talents. But that's because there's like 19 other people. There's a lot more targets. And also you need a lot less utility in raids in general, because it's rare that you need to dispel diseases, or that there isn't anyone else who can dispel diseases, or that you have to like just dominate mind or something. But it is not impossible in dungeon environment. But yeah, you can see like your basic rotation can be kept to this. In leveling, it could be fun or no. I don't know how it's tuned in leveling. If you find it fun, then use it. By all means, use it. But if you're looking for like the mathematically optimal whatever, I think that Holy Nova is not not in there. It does very, very little as like baseline. Yeah, it's fine. And Kata, in follower dungeons, you can play. You could play. You could probably play talent like without talents, and I don't mean as like you're talentless in real life or anything, but just that you don't have talents put into your talent tree. Indeed, there is no need to be super optimized. Yeah. Should I just keep working on my own key? Cinderbrometery, bro. Bro. Why do they have to be so cringe? Okay, actually, I would like to see if I could get into a Dark Flame left. You know what? We're just gonna try. We're just gonna try. Maybe they yearn for that Shadow Priest. Likely not, but maybe. They yearn for the Shadow Priest. But what about the other healer classes? Even if they are not viable, are they fun? Oh. Flew into the wall. Because I am big noob. Dark Flame Cleft is over there. Gotcha. I'd actually forgotten. I kind of did like Resto Shaman, but that could just be me. I think Resto Shaman is like a good sort of not too much BS sort of healer. As in, like some healers require you for more. Um, Some healers require a bit more like setup. Things are a bit more complicated. But wait, why does it not have dots on it? Why did my dots not go on it? Okay, we're doing this. Okay, we have some optimistic people here. Where is my... Oh, does it just not hit them? Maybe. Wait, it didn't go off? What's happening? Why am I taking so much damage? You know what? We're doing this. We lurk in the shadow chat. I have not activated the text-to-speech yet. Okay, we're learning, we're learning. Okay, here we're actually going to kind of pump. Oh, we're pumping. Loudy loud, we're pumping. We did the pump. I can do a little bit of this. You know what? We're just popping it. We're sending it. I'm almost just doing complete single target DPS, but still semi-competitive damage, which is kind of nice. Okay, we're doing this. We're actually pumping, team. Let's go. Oh. Okay. Not too much pumping, but I think it was fine, all things considered. Being a big pumper, yes. That is what we are. Top damage, just sort of having our standard damage output. Okay. Target big one. Oh my. Wait, I let my dots drop from the small ones. Okay. I am still a little bit boosted, but... just a little bit boosted. We just... I think I got 2 of them. Okay, and then... oh, I'm boosted. I was setting up. Okay, they're just killing the boss without me. Okay. And then we blow a candle out here because we're kind of decent. Ooh, I did not remember that that was the mechanic. Wait, I've been attacking the boss without having my dots up, bro. I feel a little embarrassed, but we're fine, we're fine. Ow. Kinda rude, but hey. It seems like leave or single target damage is really good with Shadow Priest, but of course things need to be alive for it to for long enough. For your things to go in effect. Okay, we're just popping all cooldowns right off the get-go. Oh. Fuck, I didn't melt it because I'm a noob. Okay, I can get both of them here. Okay, you know what? We redeemed ourselves. Holy. This is getting a little yikesy, chat. We're gonna use a little damage reduction there. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Whew. That boss sure ramps up over time, huh? Mind Flay Insanity did 27% of my damage. Ooh, the burn, the damages. Oh. This is a little bit risky though. Given that our healer is a Dedio. A Spaghettio. Probably needs to limit how fast we're pushing it. Oh, we did not. Did in fact not limit how fast we pushed it. Oh well. I don't necessarily always get like the spikes in my damage yet, but I'll learn it eventually. He's using Chrono Flame, which means, oh yeah, of course, given his pattern, he is it's not like the Flame Warden or whatever it's called. I'm not actually even sure yet if the damage you do here is super relevant, because I don't know if it basically stops at a certain percentage. Wait, this one was not even dotted. I feel like my dots don't always feel like they apply. Supposedly it's to all enemies within that area, but feels a bit sketch. Oh, we kept him alive. Holy moly, the amount of walking we're doing here. It's not good. I'll go and pick up a... Oh. Well, I had to sacrifice a good fair amount of my burst to revive the candle. You know what? Clip my damage. Oh god. That's kind of awkward. Fuck! That's my butt. Oof. Okay, we're standing in the darkness. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Okay. This is so scuffed. Oh. No! Okay, it didn't take the entire health span of the candle. For the love of all that is scuffed. Holy. That's funny. Well, I already wrote out in the Discord coffee. Just behind the times. And also hello coffee. That's fair. All right, we got a neck. I was just happy to be here. No, thank you, get the. Well, I had said that I would do like Pokemon this afternoon, but I basically didn't hear from anyone, so I was just like, Pokemon, like the Pokemon adventure is kind of a you and me sort of like collaborative experience. And if there's no one to collab with, then it feels like it makes the point a bit more mute. Oh, welcome back upstairs then, Coffee. Yeah, but Kat, it's not to like take away from your lovely company, but I feel like this is a community thing. But I am obviously always happy to have you here, yo. I can sell some of these things. Yeah. And bought the Meta 3. Those pesky finger slips, huh? Pesky finger slips. Indeed, Kit. I'm glad you are on the same wavelength. Gosh. More light. I actually ended up doing more damage than the Demon Hunter overall. I don't know how his item level was though. No, that mine was not good. Like if I get another or like a new weapon, how much intellect would it be to get a new weapon? So if I get a two-handed weapon, Two-handed weapons, low. There we go. Oh, but that is reduced in intellect because it has like the rock thing. Where are all the two-handed weapons at this season? That is Omega. Omega low int to compensate for the use of it. Bro. Hey, I guess I have to look at the raid then. There it is. Okay. So I would get 3 point... Oh, but that is... it's another... Bro. Oh, maybe the one from Rookery is actually only nerfed in secondary stats. I feel tempted, but at the same time, they're likely not going for someone who has no gear or anything for this season. Let's try this. I just kind of want to gradually build up. So learning the different mythic pluses, and then we're gonna go full Excelsior. That would have been an interesting team comp. I've not tried this yet this season. Ben wants to try the new Batman game. I've actually not looked at that Batman game either, but I also don't know if I don't think I got the game because I bought it secondhand. So it's a shame, but at the same time, I got it at quite a discount. Like, I think it was like about 30% off, maybe? Well, these guys have a bit of gear, which is nice. You got a link cable too. I think I need to consider different solutions like that. Yeah, in Denmark, I think it's like obviously like you have to take the currencies in like at relative values, but I think a new one is like 4,500 or something, and the one I bought was 3,000, so quite a discount. Oh, is that cheap? The 3. Like the... flat 3. Eyes of enhancements. I think with neck, there's only like this setting. Um, I got the link cable because we have bent old PC you can hook it up to. I think the link cable is a really good idea, but you need to get the proper link cable. I got one, but the link cable was like very dense, not very flexible. So it would actually just because it was so unflexible, it would be like it would keep nudging itself out of the headset, which was very anti-Pog. I will admit it was very much the antithesis of, or the antithesis is like the high point. What is the low point called? I can look that up. Opposite of antithesis. Antipode? The inverse. Counter, the contrary. All right, chat. We just gotta absolutely perfect dungeon. We just gotta find a tank, and then we're gonna destroy this dungeon. I could look up if they have changed. Now, if anyone's in my party and listening, just don't listen for the next 20 seconds, but just gotta look up if there's any new mechanic since last time it was in the Mythic Plus rotation. So there's the footballs. Those were the ones you punted back to him, right? Crowd pummeler causes the football to explode, removing 5 stacks of pay to win. Yes. Pay to win for each. Was there something that you could do to get rid of coins? Or is it something you interrupt, or? No, because it says tank alert. Maybe it's just the slowly working towards the softened rage. Did not stand in front of him. I remember. So those are the coins that he pulls up with Coin Magnet, I imagine. Maybe you just like drag him around the arena and the coins slowly get pulled towards him, and you just sort of have them be a tail. There's a power quake that does 1.7 million nature damage to all players and reduces the speed. So that's just like a chonky hit. And Cat, that is honestly too real. I do hope that in the future there is more. There's more of a focus on both sustainability, but also just making it easier to make ethical choices. So there isn't such a big discrepancy in I saw that or I heard at some point that, like in Denmark, we have a lot of focus on how well we treat animals, and I heard that there was like a push then for like organic foods, and usually the organic food was also produced by the people who are like looking out for animal welfare or like for sustainability and all that. But I heard that there were some farmers who had chickens who basically just took it as like the very basic minimum requirements. So they basically just like gave them the right fodder and made sure that they were given like the very minimum, but still weren't treated very well. And that is not very poggers. So it would be nice. I think in the future, it would be nice if it was just like it didn't cost like a large extra amount to make like a better choice, or like a justice choice. Yeah, the tanks these days are they're hiding, and they're hiding well. Unfortunately, I think they're hiding in other games. I have to find out if I actually have it in my overlay that if I get a new sub, that it says a noise. No, get there. Unfortunately, life is not made to be easy. I just salute and thank you guys for hanging in there. 17 euro? You're rich. You could go out and buy like a cinnamon roll. Maybe the cheapest coffee and a cinnamon roll. Okay, Keta, can I count on you for an important mission? Yes, you can. I can count on you. Good. Because I have been looking towards making a new transmog for this here Ladi. But I've not been able to come to anything. This has been sort of like my... Basically ignoring Cape. This was what I was playing around with, but wasn't able to find anything. So if we start from scratch, which direction should we go, Keta? Wish I could teleport you some goodies the girls have downstairs. I think your girls would be less than pleased if you teleported away their goodies. So, Keta, where do we start? I wish there was an easy way to just sort of send you a list of all the transmog I have. Because there's like a lot of very different feels to it, you know? Like, why do I have a mushroom hat? If we're talking bright, there's something like this. There's something like this. There's something like... Uh, eh? This looks so weird with the eyebrows sticking out. We actually got a tank. By fire be purged. I actually kind of don't mind this because it is... There is like a degree of cleanse through righteous fire. What key was it again? It was... Where's the summoning stone? What's your character name? It's Miena. That. Honestly, I would love to have a 1C like this. I wouldn't be able to fill it out as well with the muscles and everything, but... Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Probably not the right person to give power infusion, but hey. We're sending it, boys. Oh yeah, I don't have poison cleanse. We're actually kind of chilling, huh? Okay, we're doing this. And... brrrr, machine gunning out the healing. Do-do-do-do. 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 Do. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh. Ah! I looked away for 2 seconds. Life is spooky. But yeah, I could imagine that Warhead isn't always completely up to date. I feel like it must be weird having to deal with like... It must be weird being like a interest site, but also probably having to worry about GDPR and stuff like that. Not sure how it works. Ooh. 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 And then I get stunned for 5 seconds. Very nice. Didn't want to heal anyways, you know? It's kind of wonky how Discipline Priests actually just flat out do a lot of healing. I feel like Discipline Priests were usually like, okay, you have a lot of damage reduction and you have your shields, but your healing is not as strong as other healers. Now it's like, healing is your strong suit. I will say their shields have gotten a bit weaker though. So their ability to preempt damage or avoiding damage is a bit weaker, but imagine caring. We're just pumping it, Sean. Oh, coin magnet. So now the gold is gonna go to Warsaw? But he didn't get to it. I don't know. This feels so chill compared to metery +0. Voltage increased. I was just lean. There's not really a lot else to say there. The point would be to, like, I don't have every single transmog thing in existence, so the point of it would be that you help me find what we could make with the resources I have available. Maybe we could just do it at another time, you know? It's not something that is in a rush. Well, I could do transmog runs, but it's just like, if I make a transmog where I just end up being like short of the headpiece or something after 50 runs, then obviously that is a fear. We're just sending it. Why not? You usually take one on... That's what Wait's doing. I usually try to just like... I start by looking at like a headpiece or a shoulder piece or chest piece. And then I see, is there... do any of these... Do any of these speak to me? And if any of them do, I try to see if I can find something that can either match or sort of jive with or whatever. Yeah, sure. You could also just post it in the in one of the channels in the Discord. Resonant Quake. Big hit. We're actually so chilling, team. We're just in there. It does seem like people actually know what to do as well, which is helpful. Probably not the right pack to use Power Infusion on, but you know what? I have no regrets. Ow. I do not remember that mechanic, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Send it in. Wow, can't copy well as a clipboard to share and this. Uh-oh. This. Feels a little bit sketchy. We're fine, we're fine. So fine. So fine. You think you get that? So that is poison. Okay. I seem to remember these guys being quite dangerous in the original version. I do not remember her filling out the entire arena immediately. Okay. At least we get a lot of space as well, so. Oh, not optimal, but. Uh-oh. Ooh, we're okay, we're okay. What a weird fight. Safety first. Get time coffee. got in combat before. Uh-oh. This ain't good. Probably not really too bad either. This is chaos. Okay, I need to use this a lot more. I feel like it's difficult to get a real feel for how long or short a certain cooldown is, or feels like it is, unless you start semi-spamming it. Give me the shard. That has got to be the smallest range shard. Wait, what? Where did that come from? Oh, we're 2% short. Guess we can get that after the boss. Sure. Holy, that moves quick. But at least there is an indicator on the ground. We're just dropping a little bursty burst here. Now we can burst again. The frequency with which you can burst is kind of nice. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I'm not built to keep moving. Rogul Rastunk. Oh, yeah. We got the achievement. Not that the achievement is difficult, but got it. Why did I get plus 164 and they get 165? Hey, he got an upgrade. Very nice. Nice. One of them got a weapon. That's kind of pog. Oh, the tank he brought in and had done +9 or something. I actually have everything for that appearance. Looks very shadowy. Oh, it even has like a little bit of a cowl. We can do that. And need to not show gloves like that because these are need to not show wrists either. Yours were only... Oh, but it requires all of these, which I don't have. Oh, okay. But what are they even? Warlocks, 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 warlocks. You get them when they make a brand new warlock. Okay. So if I just... Scabadabi. Not ally. Strong start, Mr. Pian. Those are called fell burners. All right. Then we delete this character, and then we make one that is not allied. So if I make a human, Gabidi Badu, Scabidi Badu. So now we should get the Warlock's items. Yeah. There they are. Easy. So many add-ons. It's not actually that many add-ons. It's just like this and details is together. And it just wants to like set up when you start a new character. You want to see what a lot of add-ons and messy UI looks like, Ketta? Back in the day, people were like really not good at finding out how to get like the correct information. So people made add-ons that were just incredibly not optimized for what you were supposed to try and get out of them. So for instance, you can see here. So they have custom nameplates, which I guess you could say you might enjoy having the custom nameplates, like with moving pictures and all. But having basically a third of your UI taken up by you, your target, and then all of your raid. So much so that it goes over your deadly boss mods, which is overshadowed by your threat meter. And then also, down here is another entire layout of your entire raid. This is Healbot or something. Then you have all of your buffs. You don't need to be tracking. You don't need to be tracking this in combat, at the very least. I'm not sure if this is another thread meter. Or if this is like GD or DKP or something. Yeah, I think they are in Gruul's lair. Because I think this is the entrance, and then they're on the way to the first boss room here. There are also 25 people, which I think is Gruul's layer size. But like, just try, like, how do you find out what the next important thing that's going to happen? How do you find out what the next important thing that's going to happen is? What are you supposed to look at here? I suppose tracking like your healing over time effects on your tank is kind of okay. But then you still have to look to his portrait in order to see his health bar. Unless... Dale. I can't even find him amongst the bars. Maybe this is Dale. But in order to see his HP, you still have to look up here. So why, like, this is a little bit, unless you're never worried about his health. Because if you keep your hearts on him, he's never going to die, but that also seems a bit optimistic. But yeah, this is what a lot of add-ons and a messy setup looks like. Even slightly more modern take on it. Like this. This is at least one expansion later. But then he still has like... I think this might just be Curse. Like so here is everyone's status. Here is all of their health bars. Then you have your damage meter in between them all. Then you see your party members with all of their buffs here. The wall of buffs. What is this? That is the red meter. I hope that this guy is a raid leader or something if he has the thread meter here. I will say this guy must have been a little bit of a cool person because he had the Raven Lord. He just needed to have... wait, is he balance? I think he's balance. Trying to analyze what's going on in these is kind of not necessarily the easiest challenge in the world. Yeah, now we can complete your transmog. Try to queue for this. Your transmog. We have applied. Kata's get. Kata's treasure. Maybe I should go do a bit more of the world content in the new zone. I did. And I'm also just grateful that you went along with my silly little idea of making a new transmog. And what we can do this. It gives money, right? Yeah. Anything that gives money in this economy. Many good. Many good. Let's just grab this. Why not? Get money. Only have 9 gold. You might be memeing, kid, but you need to be careful with your memeing, because I might just follow through on it. On an ask like that. That was actually the dragon landing animation for a second there. Doesn't matter if you're level 14 or not, Keta. I am a man of his word. Don't give money. My main has 130k in my bank. I think I have like I think I still have 1 million in my tab. The verdigris knight. Yeah, Keta. I decided to farm a little bit at the start of this expansion. So how do I get back? Can I just fly in there? Let's try. Geronimo! That did not work. I just wanna go to the thing. How to get back to underline. Go to undermine. Go to Gutterville and take them. Real? Real? Stelia. Where can we find Stelia? I don't know if it's possible to soft lock yourself out, but after doing a quest in the zone, you unlock a teleporter there. Wait, so it's up there. We're back. We're still back. All right, we're back. Didn't you guys miss this place? Wait, that's a daily quest? Too? Daily or weekly quest? Okay. Okay, now that it's been a while, chat, how do you guys feel about being on YouTube rather than Twitch? Give me your honest opinions. Wait. I just needed to do this and then I unlocked the teleporter. I have regrets. Okay, well. No ads is nice. Well, eventually in the future, if we end up monetized, it might return, but who knows? I don't know if I can control it more on YouTube, but on Twitch I cannot do anything about them, so... Ah, fam, we do this. Okay, we just have to do that. They're making it too easy. I want to do like skip steps ahead, but they're just like, nah, fam, we're good. Honestly, with given that. Okay. Okay. Suggested 5 players. I feel like this could be a place where hours could disappear before you even realize what's happening. Twitch is just more. Twitch just seems kind of lost in the sauce, if I'm being honest. With also protecting people like Asanabi and all that. Can I kind of like get my car? Nah, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the future with are we going to be, is YouTube actually going to be something that's gonna unlock the world a little bit more for us, or is it just going to be our next little hub? For now, I feel like Twitch is kind of a little bit locked in our captain like max potential. And it may be a total misconception on my part, but wait, I'm not in shadow. Not the face. No one can save this town from us. Ya wanna bet ya dingus. Particularly nice lamp. I could imagine that is for... No. I thought wrong. I'm guessing I'm going up too high for... What's the thing I'm looking for? Is it further up? Is there a further up? If there is a further up, how do you get further up? Wait, it's there. All right, quests. Quest indeed. I'm happy to have the TP here now, though. But I would really like to get the card for next time we're going raiding. Muff's auto locker. Now it got Lassio. Isn't that Sunday? What is Sunday? Oh, you mean the next raid? Raiding is Monday and Thursday. Electrified lock. We could get over there. Ah, herbs down here? How can herbs live in this kind of environment? Best place to quest with Chromie time. I would not rely on me because the way that we view like what is optimal and what is good and all that is probably varies a little bit. It also depends a bit on what you're going there for. Are you going there for like quickest leveling? Are you going there for the visuals? Are you going? What about zones you just find fun? Hmm. I don't really have zones where I'm just like, that's just fun. To me, it's more of a I have zones that are nostalgic. So, for instance, I quite enjoy Westfall, even after it's been remade. It just holds a special place in the heart. Another place that has a little bit of a special place in my heart is Hellfire Peninsula. Trinket. The bashful book may read an excerpt from an unpublished steamy romance novel to the target of your spells, dealing 53,000 arcane damage or 79.9 thousand healing over every 2 seconds for 20 seconds. An unpublished chapter of a steamy romance novel. You're considering going to Legion? That's... Holy moly, look at the colors of these sets. How does it look with Mythic? Jesus Christ. You're about to get judged. Get arbitered. Signed with a cartel. What cartel to sign or undermine? Honestly, that's also a very valid goal. There's no fishing raft toy. So I'm between this because the permanent Loggenfokker elixir. You know what? We start with that. That's Steam Weedle. Two-point museum. Is that like a museum sort of thing, or? We destroyed them. G99 Breakneck. I have no idea. Is that just one of the things I need for crafting it? I don't know. I don't know. Dabben dee dabben die. I don't know the franchise. Coffee. Love's also locker. That's the electronic lock thing, right? Okay, since this is just easy peasy, I'm not going to use too much brain power on it. Easy peasy. Combine to form Gorillion. Ow. Fireworks hat. It has to be up here, right? Oh, I see it over there. You probably need to go the other way around, huh? Wait, is there no other way around? Can I like parkour my way up there? Or how's this supposed to work? Maybe it's not supposed to work. Just like my brain. Imagine if I got soft lock there. Did I just get soft lock and sent back? I don't know what to trust or who to trust anymore. I'm in territory I'm not supposed to be in. Am I not? What have I got myself into, chat? Well, we managed. No. That is unkind. Unless it just... Okay, it lands down there. You know what? We can do that. We can do that. I thought it was going to land up like here or something and we were going to have to find another entire way around. Oh, that's it. Neat. So what does it do? It uses fireworks when you jump. It's kind of cute. I like it. feel like I let myself get sidetracked once more. A lush lure drop. Oh no, I let myself get distracted. Loot! But it's underneath in something, and I'm not gonna do that. Alright, chat. We're going to head out now. I have a family dinner coming up not too long from now. But for the first time in a couple of days, I'm not feeling too sick. So we hope, chat, that life can just be good. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. Hope you had a wonderful one of the kind, and I'll see you either later or tomorrow. Peace out from the bear.